up? What's up? What's up? What's up? And welcome back to After the Snap. I'm your host, Tasha Pierce. And today is Saturday. That means that we are about to dig into what's left of the week. We do that midweek meltdown on Wednesdays. So we talked about the first half of the week in entertainment. We are going to wrap the week up in entertainment today, or entertainment news today. And we catch up with each other, figure out what we've been missing out on over the week. We got some stories that I don't think anything like it's like a couple of really big pieces of news, but it's been mostly a quiet week leading up to the Super Bowl, Valentine's Day weekend. So if you observe that thing, happy that. But yeah, we are going to wrap up this week in entertainment news, and yeah, I'm looking because I think I got a helper today. I got a guest, so let me see if I can bring her in here. It's been a little while since you've seen her on the show with me proper, but you always see her in the chat. So I want you to say hello to my friend. Even though I'm looking to see that, I don't know if I see her. I ain't gonna bring her in just yet because I don't see her face. So we're gonna wait to see if Davina is when she gets ready to join us. But y'all knew who it was. It ain't too many people I have on the show with me. Uh, so yeah, it ain't too many people that I have here with me all the time. So she is a frequent guest, and she will be here in just a moment. So as you can see, if you look at the thumbnail, we're gonna touch on Issa Rae. Issa Rae has been honored, well, will be being honored for her achievements in television, acting, directing. Gosh, she's a jack or a Jill of all trades. Then we got Snoop Dogg news, and that is what's up, Lysandra? We got some Snoop Dogg news, and if you remember Wednesday, I uh, I talked about Snoop Dogg acquiring Death Row Records. So thank you. So yeah, he acquired Death Row Records, but we're not going to be revisiting that topic today. Not so much anyway. It's just it's a mess. We'll get to that. And then of course we had Black Adam, uh, DC, Warner Media. They put out a teaser trailer for Black Adam, Aquaman 2, The Flash, and what's the other one? The Batman. So if you're looking forward to talking to those things, you are in the right place. And with no further ado, I'm going to bring my special guest in the house, my good friend Davina.
Oh boy.
Hello,
Hey Tasha,
Davina.
can you hear me? Because I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me? Do you have
Can't hear you.
you got your headphones? Hello, 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 hello. Lysandra, can you hear me? I forgot I was gonna have to put headphones on to do this. It's
Yes.
been it's been too long. I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on. I cannot hear.
Gosh, I sure hate to flatten my hair. Oh, well, while we're I don't know if she's quite ready, and while we're waiting, you said my mic is sounding like last time, so let me work on that. Um, yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Thank you for letting me know, Bud. Thank you for bringing that to my attention because I certainly did not want to go the entire show. Sounded like I was in a closet. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so you said I sound good now? Hello, Davita? Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. We over here having to type messages back and forth. So,
See, why? What's with that? Let's see. Look it up.
okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to tell her I can hear D, but she can't hear me. Oh, gosh. Oh, and I don't know. I had lunch, but I'm hungry. I don't know if my stomach gonna be growling in the middle of this show or what. Test, test. You got me, D? I don't think she
All
can
right,
hear
can
me.
you hear me, Tasha?
I've been able to hear you.
Not able to hear me. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. Let's see about these earpiece, this ear headset here. Maybe I can hear after that.
Well, let me mute it for. I'm gonna mute D until.
Yay! I can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me. Now you got me.
Yes. Simple little mishaps. I'm over here like, what is really going on? Got like 100 mouses going on here. Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, you good. All right. Let's say we're only a minute in. We got all our technical difficulties solved, and I think
Hopefully.
we will. We're gonna go ahead, I guess, and start this thing up. Vroom vroom, vroom vroom.
Yeah, I got hubby's laptop, so I'm just like lost. I don't know how to work his laptop, so I'm working on that this way because I got like a duplicate situation going on here. So let me try to fix that right fast, and then I'll be ready to go.
Okay.
Um, he gonna be so proud of me. He gonna be like, you did this all by yourself, and I wasn't here. I'm like, yes, honey. So how you doing today, girl? I probably missed all the introductories.
Yeah, you missed the intros, but well, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, kuna matata. But
All
yeah,
right.
so everything is good though. Everything is good. We gonna jump this thing off and go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of things. If you guys didn't know, like I said at the top, we got Issa Rae. She's going to be getting an honor. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Snoop Dogg again because of news story, not the death row situation. We talked about that last week. There's some new stuff, new developments, and then the Black Adam. Uh, DC just put out a teaser reel of what they got going on over there as far as new movies are concerned. And spoiler alert, it kind of looks good. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what DC brings out besides the Batman, because of course that is the next just huge movie that's coming out
Mm-hmm.
is the Batman. But they got some other stuff for us too. We're gonna talk about that. But we are going to jump this thing off with Kanye West and Billie Eilish. Now,
Kanye, Kanye, Kanye.
right, Kanye wants an apology from Billie Eilish. And first, let's get into what was said that he thinks that she needs to apologize for. And then we'll get into what he said and the response and her response to him. But first and foremost, Kanye West is demanding an apology from Billie Eilish, or he's not going to perform at Coachella, or so he says. Because I can't see him losing the opportunity to reach that fan base of people because of a perceived slight. But this is Kanye West that we're talking about, so
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, he could very well decide that he'll lose that payday over a perceived slight. So you tell me where shots fired. The beef started when Eilish stopped her show in Atlanta on Saturday of last week to attend to a fan having breathing problems in front of the stage. Eilish got her crew to procure an inhaler for the fan. That's when she made her comment that many have construed as dissing Travis Scott. She said, "I wait for people to be okay before I keep going." So she waited for this guest, the fan, to be okay, and then she continued the concert. That one line is I guess what started this entire quote unquote beef. I don't know how a damn near 50-year-old man beefs with a 20-year-old girl. First and foremost, you're old enough to be her daddy. Why are you beefing with this child? So the next thing was Kanye's response. So Kanye said via Instagram, Twitter, wherever he can get somebody to listen to his voice or to read his thoughts, which was very hard to do because he used not one piece of punctuation in this whole thing. He said, "Come on, Billy, we love you. Please apologize to Trav and to the families of the people who lost their lives. No one intended this to happen. Trav didn't have any idea what was happening. When he was on stage and was very hurt by what happened. And yes, Trav will be with me at Coachella. But now I need Billy to apologize before I perform." So that was his response. Zero punctuation, nowhere, just one run on.
That's his run on thought.
Yeah, it was just like word vomit. And her response was simply, literally never said a thing about Travis, was just helping a fan. And that was it. She has not offered any apology. And my question to you is, do you think she owed him, or not even him, Travis, any apology?
Nope. She did not say anything wrong. She did not mention anything. She just clearly stated, informing the crowd, like, "Hey, we're not going to go on until I make sure that the fans are okay, or this particular fan is okay." That's perfectly okay.
Right.
I applaud her for doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
When we were talking earlier, Amani, the basketball player, his wife did the same thing.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor.
Afterwards, she said, "So y'all don't try to sue me."
Right.
So, and a couple of people have done this, but you're not asking for any type of apology from them. So no, I'm glad she did what she did. She said, "Hey, I'm not apologizing."
And I don't blame her. There was nothing to apologize for. In fact,
and if you want to base your Coachella money on it,
right. I honestly think nobody would have said anything about it. If Kanye didn't say anything about it, there would have been no issue, no problem. Nobody would have probably even associated that with Travis Scott.
With Travis Scott.
If Kanye didn't bring it up.
If anything, you need to apologize if you brought it up.
Look, and Lysandra said he needs to sit down. Yeah, he needs to take
definitely
several seats all the way in the back row.
You know that's his MO. That's what he does.
Have you
That is
noticed
what
that
he
he doesn't?
does to keep his name relevant in the news to talk about something. That is what he gonna do.
Have you noticed that he does it far more with women?
Mm.
Remember the whole Taylor Swift thing? And unfortunately, I hate to be the person to be kind of caping for Kim, but the way he's attacking Kim Kardashian in with via social media, it's like he is trying to send his fan base out for these people. Anybody who
Mm.
does something that Kanye doesn't like, and of course we know he's calling himself Ye now. He changed his name legally to Ye. So I really it's a little bit more difficult for me to just switch gears and call him Ye.
He
But there are people,
Kanye.
yeah, there are people who get really offended when you call somebody by the name that they did it. So know that I'm not intentionally trying to disrespect Kanye. See, I'm not trying to intentionally disrespect Ye and his wishes for what he wants to be called now. Old habits die hard. And we've been calling him this for over 20 years. So it's kind of hard to uh, switch gears. Lysandra out here in the audience also says he needs some help. I agree.
He been needing some help for a long time, Lysandra. And I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. He gonna have another massive. Did he have a breakdown before? So I can be politically correct.
I'm not sure if he like the textbook definition of a nervous breakdown. We don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but it sure seemed like one when he had the meltdown. Was it the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of seemed like it, but I don't know if there was ever that diagnosis made for him. But yeah, I don't know. I
He
feel like
is.
he's a bully and he's doing what bullies do. And again, just like you piggybacking off of you, the relevancy. Uh, there's no such thing as bad press to a person like Kanye. So I don't know if yeah, I don't know what his expectation is or what did he want out of this. Why he has to be the one to ask for this apology.
Do you think that he is ever going to get to a point where he gets canceled?
How do you cancel somebody this big?
I don't
It's
know.
always going to be because if we were like comb social media right now, there is always somebody who is on his side, who is excusing his behavior, and they're basically enabling him in he's in the middle of some type of crisis. And as you said, he needs help. And if you make him feel, as far as his fans, if you make him feel that what he's doing is normal, he's not going to go get help. He gonna keep acting in this manner until
Mm.
things get worse and worse.
Well, we clearly have seen that.
Well, Lysandra, you said in your opinion it's been happening since his mom passed. That's what all of us said. But then I read some of his statements that he wrote about Kim Kardashian, and he didn't speak highly of his mother in that tweet. He said his mother basically kept his father away from him, moved him to Chicago, and limited his father's access to him. So he felt like he missed out on a relationship with his dad because of his mom. Not saying that didn't happen. That ain't none of my business either, but here we are. He put it out there. So um while I believe, of course, that it could be a catalyst, I believe that
Mm.
Kanye probably had some of these mental health issues before his mother passed. And I believe that she was the one person who could keep him on track. Now that he doesn't have her, I can see him falling more off the rails and also unfortunately sharing more of what he really felt about uh his mother and her the way she got in between him and his dad.
unfortunately, she's not here to, defend herself, and we don't know the whole story.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like he needs to go to some therapy, and they need to get deep down in there to maybe where everything come out, and he's doing better, because right now he's just on a self-destructive path to
I
who
don't even
knows
think
what.
I don't even think he recognizes it either.
And he's been on it for a long time. It's just
Mm-hmm.
one shenanigan after another one.
Yeah.
And then it's like sometimes two at a time, two in the same week. It's just like, come on.
Right. And it had gotten to the point where it was easy to ignore Kanye, but now the more he talks, the worse this thing gets. It's like I feel, I don't know whether to feel sorry for him or to just be tired of hearing about Kanye. And I never wanted to feel that way about this artist.
Yeah.
To me, a musical genius. He really is a genius as it
Mhm.
pertains to music. But that doesn't mean, number one, that he's right all the time. Don't mean he's wrong all the time either now. But his behavior, his
Mhm.
behavior is what has been
It's getting
the
worse and worse.
yeah, this is the
Down
talk of the
spiral.
town, and we need to be talking about him because of new music or because of his clothing line, which I am not a fan of, but there are very a gang of people who are. So I feel
Let's talk about this clothing line. People are actually buying this stuff to wear it, because it looks like you're gonna like, and I hate to say this, it's like clothing you would wear to rob a bank or do some dirty, underhanded things.
yeah,
It
it's
is. I'm like, the whole, why you got to cover up your head?
like I'm not even trying to understand. Because again, it ain't for me. I'm not gonna never. I can't picture myself
I
wearing
saw a
any of the
fashion
things
show
that
he
he
had.
got right. But I can't picture myself wearing anything that he has out. But if you like it, I love it. Do what makes you
Jesus,
happy.
jeez.
But yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Lysandra also had stated she wished someone would sit and talk to him. Yeah, he needs to sit down. Where's Dave? Well, I was gonna say where's Dave Chappelle, but Dave Chappelle is walking into town hall meetings in the town that he lives in.
And they don't want him there.
Well, no, it's not because it's him not wanting them to build affordable housing. I'm not gonna touch on it because I don't know the full story. I know what the news is putting out, and then I know what Dave Chappelle's rep says. Basically, this affordable housing ain't so affordable because to me, $250,000 for a home is not affordable housing unless you building a
Not the
mansion.
affordable housing we used to.
Right,
We're used to seeing other people, because we weren't in an affordable housing, but
right. So Dave Chappelle got a whole lot of shit going on in his neck of the woods. So I guess that's why he can't attend to Kanye this time. And she said, "You see how much his shoes cost? Yeah, they're ridiculously priced.
$700, they look like some goddamn moon boots.
Some stuff that we wore when we were 5, 6, 7 years old,
They
and
worse than what we used
yeah,
to wear.
it, and people are paying for it. And
I
again,
know.
if y'all like
Not
it,
ordinary people, people that ain't making a whole bunch of money.
yeah, but it's always been that way, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, even if we go all the way back to when Jordans first started costing $100. $100 right now doesn't sound like a lot of money, but in the 1980s, early 90s, $100 is probably $300-400 in today's money. So yeah,
Child.
we was
But
doing the same thing.
I
I didn't
never
never have none.
I never bought Jordans either. I told my kids,
Mm-mm.
there's two things I'm not buying: Jordans and game consoles. I ain't doing all that.
Now you know what? I gave in on the game consoles, but I didn't try to keep up with every new one. But
That last
I never bought any Jordans.
the last
Never
one I
bought any.
bought, the game console, was the green Nintendo thing. You could see inside of it. I
The
don't know
game,
which one it was.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't
last
remember.
one I bought, and
I think I know. I told you about the white lady at Walmart. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story about the white lady at Walmart. I was a cashier at Walmart. This was back in the late '90s. I was a cashier at Walmart, and it was Christmas time, and a lady was in my line, and she got change, hundred and something dollars in cash to put it in her pocket. She missed her pocket. I saw her miss her pocket. I grabbed the money and chased her down, saying, "Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am." And she turned and looked at me like she thought I was going to ask her for something. Pushed off real fast, and I kept that money. And I told Quinn, he got his what was it, a GameCube? He got his GameCube. I was like, "This is from the white lady at Walmart."
Trying
Because
to do a
you,
good deed.
yes, you thought that I was about to beg you for something. I'm trying to give you your money back. But anywho, that was just a blast from the past, one of those tales from the hood. But yeah, so those shoes, as ridiculously priced as they are right now, they're almost the equivalent of what people were paying for Jordans in the 80s. If you were spending $120 on Jordans in the 80s, you too have spent $600 on shoes if you translate it to today's money. But anyway,
And
yeah.
I've been accused of spending. I'll spend $100 on some heels in a minute.
But see, that's the difference. And I know we're getting off on a tangent, but that is the difference. The difference is our feet ain't growing no more. We're not about to grow out of those shoes in 6 months. Whereas if we were trying to keep up with buying gym shoes like that and you had two boys, I only had the one. If I tried to keep up with buying gym shoes like that, and Quinn's feet were growing so rapidly, he would have kept me broke. I would have been in the poorhouse just trying to buy shoes and clothes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had to be smart about things, and hopefully you do too.
I wasn't trying to be smart. I was just like, no, we're not
Yeah,
doing that. Because
yeah,
y'all know how much y'all eat.
yeah.
Y'all eat $400-500 worth of food.
Right, right.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
So
And
yeah,
now they
so
old enough to buy their own Jordans.
right, and if they want them, they'll buy them. Right. So yeah, that was the latest. It seems like for a long time, for a few weeks, I was talking about Joe Rogan. And for a
Mm.
few weeks, I have been talking about Kanye West. Now, I don't have a Joe Rogan story this week. But yeah.
Well, it's
Ooh,
not like you picking on these people. They putting
yeah,
it out there for you to talk about. They want you to
right.
talk about it.
They asking for it. And I'm not even talking bad, because
No.
because I understand what the struggle is, but there's still a time somebody has to be the voice of reason for Kanye West. He
And I don't
he
know when
is,
that's gonna happen.
yeah,
He needed real quick, like
yeah, yesterday.
quick, like fast in a hurry.
Our next story, Lord have mercy, is one that I hate to talk about because uh this artist had kind of kept his name out of this type of mess for some years at the absolute least, and that is Snoop Dogg, who has recently been accused of SA, and y'all know YouTube is sensitive about these words, but he's being accused of assaulting a woman. I'll say it like that, of assaulting a woman some years ago. And his response was, "Gold digger season is here. Be careful, nephews. Keep your guards up and keep your circle small." Now, I'm not saying uh, that I know what to believe, but I'm going to give you guys the news. And basically, it's um, amid headlines trumpeting Snoop Dogg's acquisition of his infamous former record label, a new lawsuit has reportedly been filed against him for alleged assault. According to TMZ, a TMZ exclusive, and we know TMZ, you could take them or leave them as far as a news source. They have gotten better over the years, but they still kind of drop the ball from time to time. But this is a TMZ exclusive. The claimed assault occurred in 2013 when a woman identified as Jane Doe alleges that after attending a Snoop Dogg show in Anaheim, California, she was approached by Bishop Don Magic Juan, a longtime associate of the rapper entrepreneur TV personality, and was offered a ride home, which she accepted. And now my computer don't want to act right, so I could tell y'all the rest of the story. You know, when you and I tell you, I like to use black publications as often as I can. And
Mm-hmm.
but the ads, it takes so long for them to load. But anyway, this is from the Griot, by the way. She says she fell asleep in the car, waking up to discover that Juan, the now 71-year-old former pimp turned preacher and fashion designer, had driven to his home instead of her own. According to the lawsuit, the plaintiff was exhausted and fell asleep at Bishop's home. The woman alleges that when she awoke at 4 a.m. the next morning, he removed his penis from his pants and forced his penis into the plaintiff's face, repeatedly shoving his penis into her mouth. Additionally, the Jane Doe claims that she was given a dress and taken to Snoop's studio by Juan, who repeatedly told her she would be auditioning to see if he will make you the weather girl on a TV show Snoop was allegedly working on. The details of that follow of her alleged encounter with the 16-time Grammy Award nominee, these are disturbing. TMZ report says the woman claims that after arriving at Snoop's studio, she had an upset stomach and went to the bathroom. Her lawsuit alleges that Snoop walked in and stood with his crotch in her face while she was defecating on the toilet. This is ridiculous. The woman claims the rapper then forced oral sex on her. The suit alleges that Juan and Snoop discriminated against her and harassed her on the basis of her sex and gender. She is seeking an unspecified amount of damages. And word of the lawsuit against him came hours after he had announced that he acquired Death Row Records, and also we know that he will be performing during halftime at the Super Bowl this Sunday alongside Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Dr. Dre. So, yeah, thoughts on that, D? Thoughts?
So we was talking about this earlier. I don't know what to believe. I don't want to be a victim blamer, and I don't want to be taken up for someone that can possibly do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say is really the timing of it is a little strange. It happened in 2013. I do get it where, it may take some time to be able to tell your story. But I'm just going to wait to see how the lawsuit shakes out, because the last thing I want is to not be supportive to our sisters. But the other part of it is I don't want to be unsupportive to our brothers either. Right. Because we've known for both of these things to happen. We've known for people to lie about these types of things, and we've known people to have done these types of things.
Right.
So I'm just going to wait to see what the lawsuit says. I hate that these things are even coming out. I hate that even if this even happened, that it happened. But I also think, like, if this is not found to be true or that it's a lie, then at some point somebody has to stick up for our brothers and be like, hey, this is not right. Because other part of it, I'm a mom. You're a mom, and we're boy moms, young men moms. And for someone to say that they were assaulted, once you say it, and you accuse that person, it's out there already.
Right.
That other
You
person's
can't unring the bell.
reputation is is torn apart. And I'm going to also say, when the woman is not protected, her reputation is torn apart as well. I know during these types of trials, a woman is put on trial for, what she's done in her past, and that shouldn't matter unless they've been accused of lying.
Right. Unless they've had this type of situation where they have lied in the past on another person. Now you are the girl who cried wolf, and we don't know when to believe. Yeah. But I am in complete and total agreement with what you said. Starting from the beginning. We need more details. We need to let this story kind of unfold a little bit more. I will not be piling on and saying, oh, we got to believe women at all costs, because men lie, women lie. Everybody lies. So we don't, until we see the evidence. And if there is no evidence but her word, I can't take that as evidence. It's unfortunate that so much time has passed, because maybe there would have been some type of physical evidence. But if nobody else could corroborate what went on in that home, it's going to turn that into a matter of, okay, whose side of this story are we believing more? Who has more to gain or lose? And we don't get to the truth that way. We're only going to get to the truth if you have something besides what you say happened to corroborate your story. Because just like you said, I got a son, you've got sons, and the last thing that you would want is for somebody to falsely accuse your child of doing something. And the only thing that he has is his word. Snoop might be better off than an average person, because that average person is not going to have the money to mount the kind of defense that you would need to combat these types of rumors. So Snoop is in a better position to defend himself. We're going to wait before passing judgment. I think we're in agreement. I'm going to pick the comment up, and then if you don't have anything after this comment, we're going to move on, because this was, it has to be reported, but I don't know how to feel, because I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Lysandra said this came out after he bought Death Row, right? Yes, it did. But I mean, to put together a lawsuit, it came out the same day that the announcement of him buying Death Row Records came out. This story came out as well. It takes longer than a few hours to put together a lawsuit. So we know that this lawsuit has been in the making for, we can say, at least a few weeks at the absolute least. But right. So I don't think the two things were related, unless Snoop put his side out to kind of calm what was coming after he knew that word of this lawsuit was going to come out. He's got a PR team, and they're looking out for his character, his reputation. So they're going to do everything that they can to make sure that for any bad press there's some good press behind it too.
Right. And his kids and his wife. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I'm not to pretend that I know what happened, but I will watch the story with much interest, because if he is guilty of what they say he did, they're looking for monetary damages up to $1 million, I think. Let me look and make sure that I'm reporting that part of it right.
So I got another question on top of this.
What's that?
Is the Super Bowl going to pull him off?
I mean, and that's my thing. No, okay, so I was wrong. She's seeking an unspecified amount of damages. So we don't have a dollar amount on that. But the second thing is, it's an accusation. Anybody at any time can come out and say Tasha did this. am I supposed to lose my job every time somebody say I did something if you don't have any proof or evidence? I don't think now that part of it might have been orchestrated. We'll bring it out right before the Super Bowl, but I don't think that. Why would you pull them off? What do you think?
I mean, I don't think, but we know when people have been accused of this type of stuff. I hate to bring it up because I don't think you watched it. The Janet Jackson documentary. She was saying that she was going to do a deal with Coca-Cola, and they were getting ready to sign it. And that's when the first accusation about her brother, assaulting some children, came out. And Coca-Cola didn't want to be bothered. They didn't want to associate themselves with it anymore. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, usually, this is what happens. You get removed.
Right. But what I hope would happen, because I completely see what you're saying, that you're almost guilty until proven innocent, even though it's supposed to be the other way around.
It's too late. You can't go back and say, "Oh, I'm going to go back on and we're going to do the Super Bowl again." Like, how does,
Yeah, that's a once in a. Yeah, so, I think boy, we got to keep her. Do me a favor, in fact, while I'm pulling up the next story and getting us set, just look and see if they've done it already, if they've pulled the plug on Snoop.
All right.
Because if they're going to do it, it will have to be sometime really soon. They would have to really,
like
within the next couple of hours. So let's see what happens. If there's any news out there that they've pulled them, I really would hate to see that, because even though we know, yes, that is a part and parcel of having these type of accusations, you would also think that we kind of would grow to the point where we will say we need to see some kind of proof. We need to have some type of evidence. Canceling, here we go with that word, canceling people without evidence is it's not right.
No.
Not right at all.
No, it's not. But
yeah, it happens.
All right. It's
why you pulling? Our next story is going to be about Phil Mcgraw, Dr. Phil's talk show.
Is they taking it off?
I don't think so. I don't think they are.
Oh.
Nope, we're not that lucky, D. What it looks like is happening is that some of his current and former employees are saying that the show had a toxic work environment. That included verbal abuse, intimidation, and racism, and inappropriate interactions with guests. And this was in a BuzzFeed expose that was released on Thursday. So I'm gonna wait before I start reading this article and make sure that you have hopefully you didn't find anything about Snoop.
I'm skimming this to see what's going on. This article I found.
I think if he had been removed, that would be the top story.
Yeah, but I haven't look. Yeah, I ain't watched no news today.
I mean, yeah, like when you're looking on your on
my phone, and nothing popped up.
So if nothing came up, no news is usually good news, except for if you're Phil Mcgraw, because a dozen employees spoke to BuzzFeed. They said they never saw Dr. Phil participate in any of this behavior, but that the people that work under him were abusive. Series executive producer Carla Pennington and other senior staff have been accused of screaming and berating employees. Of course, a spokesperson for Dr. Phil and Phil Mcgraw denied all allegations They call BuzzFeed story a clickbait story containing
Mm,
verifiably and objectively false characterizations and reporting of the publicly available contradictory results of these legal cases, including dismissal with prejudice due to a lack of merit. So these stories have already been kind of looked at from a legal standpoint, and I guess BuzzFeed just kind of blew the whistle after those lawsuits had already been filed. Um, I don't know. The bottom. Let's get to this part. 7 of the employees said they were encouraged to perpetuate racist stereotypes on screen, in addition to 2 others who said they faced racism behind the scenes. There are also allegations from a former employee who says they were instructed to tamper with a guest prescribed medication before cameras began because they wanted her to look unstable and quote unquote crazy, for a lack of a better term. Viacom CBS also released a statement basically saying no, none of this is true, and we saw some complaints. We investigated those complaints, and we found no merit to the complaints. So, does that mean the shit didn't happen?
no,
I don't
it
know.
may.
It sounds like you hate. Ah, okay, that was an ugly word. It sounds like you have a very strong disdain for Phil McGraw, just like I don't particularly like him either. So maybe I was just hoping this story might have some merit to it, so we can get rid of this kind of stuff off of TV.
I'm so sick of his show. I don't even watch it, but it's just like, come on, you get
You know,
people on here. I thought I was gonna be excited. I thought it was
sometimes,
gonna come off.
sometimes I can see uh, what Phil McGraw, what his allure to some people are, and then other times I'm like he is exploiting people who are a lot of times in very weak moments. He exploits
Mm-hmm.
them for entertainment, and I don't like that. I don't like when a person is at their lowest point and you bring them on the show, and it's not, even though he continues to call himself a doctor, um, is not to help them. It is just for entertainment. That's what I don't like about Phil McGraw. That's one of the
I agree.
problems I have with his version of mental health uh, activism, because I don't feel like he's an activist at all.
Nope. I don't have too much to say about Phil. Just take his show off. He, he got going with Oprah and he just kept on going. And I'm like,
you
oh,
know,
you've been going a long time.
and for as much as I kind of like Oprah, um, she's introduced us to some garbage people, hasn't she? Phil McGraw being one of them, but she got a track record of some garbage people that she's given a platform to, and a lot of what they've done with that platform has been to hurt people more than it has been to help. Once you get into it, like over the years,
Yeah.
um, they they start to show their real colors. And I know it's impossible for her to have known. She doesn't have a crystal
Yes, that's
ball.
true. That's
But
true.
every time I think of Dr. Phil, every time I think of Dr. Oz, I'm gonna think of Oprah. And you don't that's not the company I want her name to be associated with. Harvey Weinstein. There are some names that you could throw out there, and when you say them, you kind of by association say Oprah, and you don't want that because you know Oprah's a hero in a whole lot of ways, but she's a human as well.
Yes, I agree.
And speaking of other women, I guess we can stay with women who are influential and inspiring, because
Yes.
Issa Rae, she's another one who I used to
Yes.
watch her YouTube content, And I haven't,
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't watched what's the show? Insecure.
Insecure. I heard it was good. I
I
said
have
I was
heard
gonna
nothing but good
buckle
things.
down and watch it. My brother told me, "Hey, you got to watch that."
Yes.
He's like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna binge watch it one day.
So yeah, I think I will
Oh,
too, especially
I
now
we
that it's
froze up.
completely. Yeah, you did, but I just talked over it. Yeah,
And then
she is.
like
What?
I did watch like parts of the show. Like the
Hmm.
fashion is off the chain. You know, I'm there for
Yeah, of
dresses
course.
and pantsuits and high heels and girlfriend time. Like, yeah.
Hmm.
So she wears some nice outfits,
She
even
is
off the show. I'm
such.
like, oh,
She is such an inspiration. Um, and just a story of being resilient. Well, she is
yes,
also an award winning actress, producer, writer, and director. And she will be this year's recipient of the Producer Guild's Visionary Award, which honors those who
yes.
share inspiring, uplifting stories that add unique value to society and culture. It's going to be presented to her in person at the 33rd Annual Producers Guild Awards on March 19th at the Fairmount Century Plaza in Los Angeles. And it says here that the PGA presidents, Gail Berman and Lucy Fisher, says
Mm-hmm.
that Issa makes them excited for the future of television. And I feel the same way.
All
Uh,
right.
Her and Quinta Brunson, who I talked
Mm-hmm.
about last week about her show Abbott Elementary, which I really
Mm-hmm.
need to get into. Very
Me too.
inspiring stories of very talented women who jumped platforms from YouTube to uh, national television in a very short amount of time and with a huge measure of success. I'm very happy. uh, and you know, when we talk about the women, men take notes. A lot of times when we talk about the women, it ain't nothing but good news. And I'm glad this was the case here too. It's good news. She ain't in no trouble. She did something good. Oh gosh.
Yes. I can't wait for. She said she had did like an interview at the end of her season for her finale season for in Insecure. She didn't drop like anything like she was going to be doing just yet, but she said she had a lot of things in the works. And I don't know if you saw her movie The Photograph
I don't
with
think
and I
so.
think it was a gentleman that you love so much.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, not
Another
him.
one of them, a black dude.
The he was in Harder They Fall.
Jonathan Majors.
I think he was in that.
Mm.
Um, I loved it. Me and Jimmy did a date night, and it came out a while ago.
Uh-huh.
It was a simple movie, but it was just about pure love. It wasn't nobody was selling no drugs, nobody was doing any craziness. And it didn't get, I don't think it did totally well at the box office, but it was a really cute movie. I really, really enjoyed it.
Well, I
And I
think
think it's out on HBO Max.
okay.
It came out in
That's something for me to look
2020.
for.
God, that
Yeah.
seems no. His name is Lakeith
Oh,
Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Issa is going to be joining the animated Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. So she'll be joining the cast. She'll be playing Jessica Drew in that animated
Okay.
series. So I'm looking forward to hearing her voice in that. And then she's developing and producing stuff right now for HBO and HBO Max,
Mm-hmm.
including an adaptation of the Octavia Butler novel Fledgling. With that, she's working with J.J. Abrams, and you know J.J. Abrams is a big deal as far as directing goes. Also, she is doing Nice White Parents. That's an adaptation of a podcast. So
Mm-hmm.
that's she's working on that, and then also a new original series coming
Rap
straight
shit.
from coming straight from my girl, rap shit. So yeah,
Hmm. I'm there for that. I'm there
she
for
is
all of that.
very busy young lady,
Yes,
and hopefully she continues to do us do us proud out there. I'm very proud of that
I
young
believe
lady.
she will.
Yeah, nothing but
Super.
good things coming from the ladies.
And she's a married woman now too.
Yeah, I heard she got married.
Yes. Looks
So yeah,
stunning.
everything is just coming up
Yes.
roses for Miss Ray, and I hope it
Mm-hmm.
continues to do that. Yeah, she's well, it's well deserved.
Bit well deserved.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
yeah.
hearing good news. There's so
Yes,
much
me
damn bad
too.
news out here in this
It's
world.
enough, right? Y'all know how I am about my superhero movies, right?
Yes, we do. I thought you
So,
was gonna get to the one I'm all excited about.
well, which one are you excited about?
This first time I heard anybody talk about Luke Cage. I was
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna get to that in the next segment. But right now,
mm,
we're gonna give DC their shine because
all right.
a lot of times we it's not a lot of great news coming out of that camp. So I'm kind of glad that we are getting to talk about something good because I honestly thought that the little teaser trailer was like a minute long or so that Warner
Mm-hmm.
Brothers released. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Um, the stuff they released, it while it's not a lot, it is giving us some first looks, and it also is getting you a little excited for what's coming after the Batman because of course I expect fully that the Batman is going to tear the box office up.
Oh
That's
yeah.
an expectation. We're talking about Batman,
Oh yeah.
but but what's next after that? And they released this new footage from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Black Adam, and the Flash. These are characters right here that are on our screen now that are from the Black Adam movie that we've been waiting over a decade for. We know that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is going to be playing Black Adam. And of course, he was born to play the role. You know, if you read the comic books or have watched the cartoons in the past, that character looks like it was drawn with Dwayne Johnson in mind. So he is the right person at the right time to play Black Adam. But let's see who else he got. He's got Noah Centineo, that up in the upper right hand corner, Noah Centineo is Adam Smasher. Going over to the left of him is Aldous Hodge, who is playing Hawkman. More on him in a second. Down here, moving around to the bottom left is Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan. Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan. Y'all know whose name that's he's popular. I just can't get my mouth to do that. And then
We haven't seen him in a while. Okay.
yeah, and then this young person over here to the right and the bottom is
Mhm.
Cyclone. That is played by Quintessa Swindell. I have to make sure that I remember that Quintessa is a they them. She they don't go by the she her pronouns, and I don't want to mess that up because people get real upset.
Yes, they do. Okay.
But they also played. Do you remember in Euphoria when Jules went and messed around on Rue?
Uh-huh.
Anna, the girl Anna that she
Uh-huh.
messed around, that was them. That was Quintessa Swindell. So that's where we've seen them before. Gosh, I was gonna do it again. But now, if you remember the comics or the cartoons, you ain't gotta be no comic book head. Hawkman famously was really without a shirt. He was a shirtless being with the wings and everything else looks like it except for he's got on a shirt, you know. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you got this. This is this is who you got playing the role And you gonna make him keep a shirt on? This man's body is ridiculous. I think he should be allowed to walk around all day long as this regular character without a shirt. And then when he turned into Hawkman, that'd be the only time he have a shirt on. Look at the way this boy is cut. That is Aldous Hodge. I love him. Um, we've seen him, of course, in Leverage. We've seen him in oh gosh, the movie that Regina King produced or directed. One Night in Miami. We saw him
Uh-huh.
in that. We saw him. Of course, I've seen him in Star Trek Short Treks. So yeah, he's a familiar face. It's about time we got him in one of these franchises where he can show off his Lord. Is him. Just show him off. But yeah, so we got
Oh God.
yeah, we got to see a lot of footage of well, not a lot, just enough to kind of wet your palate for Black Adam.
Now what's
uh
his name again?
Out Aldous Hodge.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. I
Girl,
remember him
Lord.
from Leverage. Leverage
Yeah,
is Jimmy's show, girl, and he driving me crazy watching it. I'm like, yep. And he's been in a lot of stuff
yeah,
since Leverage.
he is become he's an up and coming, probably right alongside of Yahya. When you think of Yahya Abdul Mateen, and when you think of a
Hmm.
Jonathan Majors, you thinking of him in the same camp as them. Eventually, I think these all of these young men will see their turn at nominations for Oscars and awards and big awards and the such. But I don't think it will be for this particular movie because he's
Hmm.
playing such a limited role, and it is a comic book movie, and we're gonna go into how they feel about comic book movies as far as nominating them for awards. But I also believe that this is something that can keep him kind of busy for years to come. He could be playing Hawkman for at least another 5 to 10 years, depending upon how Warner Brothers handles these characters.
Oh
Yeah, I
yes.
think he can do 5 to 10 years, especially knowing that he can get
Looking
look
like
like
that.
that. Yeah. But yeah, so we know Aquaman 2 is coming out, and that's coming out December 16th, allegedly, because it's also that's also when James Cameron's Avatar 2 is coming out. And I can't see
Oh, that's a
anybody
lot of
wanting to.
competition.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to compete with that. I would move if I were Aquaman, but it's yet to be seen what's going to happen there. But
Unless
also,
Aquaman's coming out first.
they're coming out on December 16th.
Both of
Both.
them. Oh,
Right.
you know what? All I'm
Yep.
saying, and I know this is not even part of it, but if they cancel John Wick one more time, it's gonna be a thing. Because I'm
It's a,
tired of you get so excited about these movies, and then guess what? We're moving the
they got to
date.
move the date. If
Oh,
they put it up against something that it can't compete with, or that if they're competing for the same audience. I get it. You don't want to limit the chance for your movie to make big money. The
well,
first
maybe
Aquaman. Hmm,
maybe on Friday they'll go see one movie, and then on Saturday they go see. But I know it's a money game.
yeah, and
I ain't
plus,
going to even see the avatars. So
oh gosh, I am. Oh, for sure, I am.
I didn't see the first one. Maybe
Oh, I think you would love it, D. I don't know. It's more of a fantasy type movie,
now I got
but
to get in
yeah,
there. Look at this too.
it is such a beautiful movie.
Now I
Um,
seen it was beautifully made.
yeah,
I did see, some of it, but I did not,
you didn't get
didn't
well.
watch everything.
One of the issues also with Aquaman is Amber Heard. And you know that she was famously the ex-wife of Johnny Depp, and they had hurled accusations back and forth about domestic violence against one another. And Yeah, real ugly situation between her and Johnny Depp. But Johnny Depp was pretty much canceled. They pulled him out of movies, they canceled some of his projects. He really has paid a price just for the rumors, as you were saying earlier, D, just for the rumors that he um, was abusive towards Amber Heard, even though we also have seen, I think it was video and audio of her abusing him. So she's still working. And
When
there
did
are
this
people
happen?
who are pissed off. This happened, it's probably going on 2 to 3 years now. But yes,
Okay.
Amber Heard still got recast in this Aquaman project, and a lot of Johnny Depp fans
Are
are like,
pissed.
we're not going to be supporting Aquaman. So now if they are serious and they're not going to see this movie, then you put it up against a movie like Avatar. You're kind of it's hurting that box office chance. And this
Mm-hmm.
is a movie, the first one made over $1 billion. You kind of want to give it a chance to repeat that success. I
Yeah.
get it. And even if they go, if I go Friday to see Aquaman and then I go Saturday to see Avatar, I'm the type of person who will go back if the movie is fantastic. If the movie is great, I'll go to the movies again the next weekend or 2 weekends later or something like that. And that's how a lot of these movies are making these billions of dollars. It's because of repeat viewing. So you don't want to have to continuously compete with Avatar every for the repeat viewings.
Right.
I but I really am interested in seeing what happens with will will Aquaman's box office suffer because of the Amber Heard thing. But only time will tell there. And Black Adam, we know that's we talked about that. Gosh, when I say The Rock embodies the character, I'm so happy
Now that's
that
coming out in March or May.
that one is coming out in July.
Oh,
Black Adam is coming out July 29th.
okay. I'm gonna
Yep.
put this on my phone. Come my phone.
And then
I
there's
need to know these
one more.
things.
There's one more DC movie. We got to give them they shine, girl, because we don't get to do this too often. They got a lot of projects this year. The Flash, which shows Ezra Miller. And I don't know, we talked about Ezra Miller a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you were here when we talked about him kind of confronting the KKK. It was the weirdest. It was some shit that I wouldn't have had on my bingo card. I promise you, it wasn't there. Gumby wasn't there either. Gosh, but yeah, but definitely Ezra Miller confronting the KKK was not on my bingo card. But you're gonna get Michael Keaton coming back as a one version of the Batman. You're also gonna have Ben Affleck coming back as a different version of the Batman. So this is a
Mm-hmm.
multiverse story. Um, the movie is coming out November 4th. I'm excited for it. I hope that it is as good as it could potentially be.
I hope
Flashpoint,
so too.
yeah, Flashpoint is a hell of a story when you get to doing the adaptation or a live action adaptation. The only problem I have with DC doing this story this
Mm-hmm.
early in their run with these movies is that they haven't earned it. So when you look at, and I know it's unfair, but when you look at Marvel and the way that they built up to the first Avengers movie, then they built up to another Avengers movie, and then they built up to the big stuff, the Infinity Wars and the
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Endgames. That was something they earned over time. You earned the right to tell the story because you laid the groundwork before. I don't think DC has done a good job laying the groundwork to lead up, because Flashpoint is huge as far as comic books is concerned. So I feel like it's a little early, but I'm still here for it because I understand that they're trying to reset their timelines, the DC
Mm-hmm.
timeline. to fit the characters that they have now. I understand why they're doing it. I hope it's well executed because I am looking forward to seeing Ezra Miller bring the flashback. And of course, March 4th is the Batman. March 4th is the Batman.
March 4th. All right.
Yeah.
We don't have long. We don't
No,
have
it's
long.
coming. It's coming.
Okay. That's a date night. That's a date night.
Yes, girl. Take your hubby to see that.
I will.
Or if you want to just chill at home and watch TV, it won't be Netflix and chill anymore. As Disney prepares to pull Netflix's Marvel series off, and we don't know what they're going to do with them next. But they are prepping their plans for Netflix's Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones. Gosh, I ain't showing y'all the picture. Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Punisher, all of them. The question is, what are they going to do with these characters? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Are they going to bring them to Disney Plus? These are some hardcore shows. They are not soft and fluffy and light like the stuff that we're used to seeing on Disney Plus. So now my question is, are they going to move it to Hulu, or are they going to move them? Are they going to start putting more adult type content on Disney Plus? What do you, if you, because I think you like Luke Cage, right?
Yes.
So as a fan of Luke Cage, what do you hope that they do with this character? What do you want to see with the character that you're kind of invested in?
If they're trying to remain family friendly, maybe they should do Hulu, or put it out on Disney and put the disclaimer out there, like what type of movie it's going to be. And that you got the disclaimer out there. Parents already know what to be looking for, and they can make the the provisions to block their kid from watching it.
Yeah.
But if it's a Disney thing, I think is the question is, what do they feel is going to be more beneficial to their brand?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Protecting, are they serious about taking Disney Plus into a direction that does have heavier fare on it, simply because they need to? I think they are at like 130 something million subscribers, which is a whole hell of a lot of people. But they want that to grow. They don't want to stay with 130 million subscribers. They want more. And I think they've already gotten many of whom are going to do it who are going to subscribe for the content that they have now. So what can they do to bring more people in? This is a good start. If they brought these Marvel series to Disney Plus, like you said, put it behind a parental control, and also continue not just bringing these series as they are back, but to build on it. Keep adding more to these stories, because there are so many stories that can be told with these characters. So bring them back and continue their stories. I think that would be how Disney Plus will not only grow in subscribers, but also keep us more invested in watching what you have on the series, on the streaming service. Because like for me, I don't think I've watched Iron Fist, and I've heard it ain't good, but I've not watched it. I haven't watched all of Jessica Jones, but if I know that there are new episodes coming, I'm gonna watch it. And I think there are other grown-ass people who felt like, oh, Disney Plus ain't for me because it's just for kids. When you put this on there,
get the plug to the laptop.
Okay.
Or we're not gonna be talking.
when you put this on here,
then we know now at this point, yeah, we're gonna have some more some more adult type conversations. Lasandra, you said you're wondering yourself, they're not bringing that to Disney at all. And but that's the thing. I honestly believe that they're making plans to figure out how they're going to put this on Disney Plus. And if when they put it on Disney Plus, it will definitely grow their subscriber base. If they put this on Disney Plus along with the Deadpool movies, and they continue on with the Deadpool series, and with the Defenders series, they're going to get new subscribers, and they're going to build on or keep our attention. The people who are already subscribed will remain subscribed because these are characters that we're invested in from Netflix. I think we got a good chance of uh, seeing them on Disney Plus. I don't think they're gonna move them to Hulu. I thought that at first initially. I thought it initially that they were going to put it on Hulu, but now I honestly believe that they're making provisions to do the Disney Plus way. I don't know what just happened here. I'm gonna close that out. But yeah, so I have reached. Let me see what I got else on this list because I've reached the end of my slides. Lysandra, this is one that you might be interested in, if only for the fact is if only for the fact that it has Simu Liu, and you're gonna know Simu Liu is Shang-Chi. Girl, why is Simu Liu going to be playing in the Barbie movie? Y'all didn't know it was a freaking Barbie movie coming, right?
No, I did not know.
That your camera is off. Did you know that, D?
Yeah, that's why. Huh. Oh, technical difficulties, people.
It's okay. But yeah, they coming out with this doggone Barbie movie, and Simu Liu then went from Shang-Chi to freaking Barbie. But also Margot Robbie, and we know Margot Robbie, she's a big name in Hollywood, but she's also Harley Quinn. If you're doing the comic book type stuff, she's played Harley Quinn for some years now. You're gonna also have Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, and Greta Gerwig for Barbie. It's a live action Barbie movie. And Margot Robbie is going to be playing Barbie, and Ryan Gosling is going to be playing Ken. And I don't think we know what everybody else is playing, but I'm like, why in the whole hell are we doing this? Is this something that I would want to watch? Probably. I think it might be just the kind of train wreck that I like to watch on move in the movies. I don't think I'm going to the show to watch it now. Please, I don't quote me on that, but I will watch that movie after it's been out for some time, and maybe when it comes to HBO Max, because I just want to know why you thought it was a good idea. Why y'all wanted to do this?
All right,
There
I'm back.
you are. You're back. And Lysandra, you said unless they have an adult Disney Plus, yeah, that's what we were talking about. So, like with this, with the Netflix stuff that we were talking about here, we're saying that they would put it behind a parental control, because like right now, there's really nothing on Disney that you would need to have parental controls set up for. But if they were to bring these movies and Deadpool and that kind of stuff to Disney
Especially
Plus,
Deadpool.
yes, they would definitely need to put it behind a parental control. And they have been they have been thinking over the idea of doing that, but no, we don't have anything in stone saying that that's what they're going to do. But it is something that has been discussed. We talked about One Night in Miami, right? Just for a little bit ago, we were talking about Aldous Hodge. He played Jim Brown in that movie. Well, we also are getting Kingsley Ben Adir, and I don't have a slide for this, but Kingsley Ben Adir, he was Malcolm X in One Night in Miami. He's going to be playing Bob Marley in a biopic, and I am going to
wow.
Yeah. Oh shit, I can't pull it up because I got this up already here. Okay. I'm going to just read you the article. Kingsley Ben Adir is going to be playing Bob Marley in the biopic about the reggae legend. Sources tell Deadline that Kingsley Ben Adir, who starred as Malcolm X in One Night in Miami, has been tapped to play the Jamaican icon with the guy who directed King Richard. He's going to be directing this as well. So Reynaldo Marcus Green is his name. Ziggy Marley, Rita Marley, and Cedella Marley are producing on behalf of Tough Gong. Robert Title will also produce. Script is by Zach Balin, Frank E. Flowers, and Terrence Winter. Bob Marley died of cancer in 1981 at age 36, but in that short lifetime, he changed the landscape of music and introducing generations to reggae with such songs as Get Up, Stand Up, One Love, No Woman, No Cry, Could You Be Loved, Could You Be? Okay, Buffalo Soldier, Jammin', and the Redemption Song. He's a handsome young man. The young man that's going to be playing him, I don't have him on a slide, but he's a handsome young man, and I think, he at least looks the part, at least.
Here, let's see. Oh shoot, it won't even do it for me.
What's that?
See. I was trying to see if I sent that. If I sent it to you.
You did. You sent me.
That's the wrong thing.
Okay.
Wait a minute, because I got it.
What's that?
Trying to send it to you so you can put the picture up.
No, I can't put it up because I got the slideshow thing up already.
Okay, gotcha. My question is, why didn't Ziggy Marley play his own daddy?
I mean, because he probably wants a real actor. I'm not saying that he ain't, that he wouldn't be able to act like his daddy. He definitely got the look, but would he want to be like a actor?
I mean, if he's on board for him, I'm for it. But I would have liked to have seen him play his dad.
I believe that if he thought that he could, I think he would have. But if he didn't think that he's going to bring the right, I guess, flavor to the role,
I mean, he got the flavor now.
I mean, I'm saying as far as being an actor,
and he looked just like his dad.
Yeah. And I'm thinking though, but he also is how old is he? He's 53 years old. So if they telling the Bob Marley story, Bob Marley died when he was 36. So you would kind of need a younger actor to play him, wouldn't you, for that time period of his life? He does. He does.
What now? Ziggy Marley is or maybe I'm wrong, thinking of the wrong one, because he did a song with the young lady, Her, and I know the song because I love the song and I can't think about it. But he didn't look like he was on 50-something years old. Maybe this is the younger,
a grandson.
Maybe, yeah.
Let me see. Is there
let me see. Her
Marley's
and Marley. Oh, Skip Marley. That's who down to. That's
okay. So we're talking about one of the grandchildren.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he looks just He looks
Yeah.
just like him.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And I
But I wouldn't say that he wouldn't
yeah,
that he wouldn't
he's 25. He plays a guitar. I would have loved to seen it, but that's just my wishful thinking.
yeah, I wouldn't say that he wouldn't maybe even lend his voice as far as the music is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as being an actor, that might be the problem. That might be what he doesn't think he could do. Because I honestly believe that he could pass for his grandpa. He could pass for him.
Yes.
But yeah,
But
I'm
anywho.
really looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Mm-hmm.
And he started out this Benadir kid. He started out in that Netflix show, The OA. Then
Mm-hmm.
he played President Barack Obama. He played Malcolm X, of course. And then he joined, of course, the MCU because everybody is in Marvel. So, he's going to be in Secret Invasion, starring Samuel L. Jackson. That's a Disney Plus series that's coming out later on.
Okay.
Later on. So, yeah, he is definitely on the rise, and
Yes. Because he did a
hopefully,
very good job in One Night in Miami.
mm-hmm, and
And they did a good
hopefully
job because he didn't even look like he looks really good. They
you
made him
can
look.
pull this thing off. Yes,
Yes. He looks
yes.
really good as Malcolm X. Okay.
I'm going to talk about
I'm excited
this.
about
This is
that.
not really even the story is on our list, but what I wanted to say about this story, and it's called it's about Movie Pass. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
you remember, and a
I
few
remember you were
years
saying
back,
something about it.
we talked about, I mean, not a few years back, we talked about it. Movie Pass was a thing a few years back, and it was basically you pay $10 a month and you can see unlimited movies. Now, you know that don't even sound right. the it was just not sustainable. There was no way that you could sustain that business model. $10 a month, unlimited movies. If you get There was no way that you were making your money back. So of course, we know that this thing went under and went bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the original owners of MoviePass is bringing it back. He's a black guy. I forgot his name. Let me scroll down to Stacy Spikes. Stacy Spikes is bringing it back. But
Mm-hmm.
look, he's bringing it back kind of, he wants to crowdfund this thing. And one of the ways that he wants to bring it back, it sounds like some Black Mirror shit. And have you ever watched Black Mirror?
No, but I saw that one guy we were talking about there's Hawkman is in that.
Okay, so there is an episode of Black Mirror
Mm-hmm.
where you were doing tasks, you're being watched all the time basically, and they are showing you advertisements. This is how you make your money. You have to just sit and watch advertisements, and they give you credits for how much you watch. This is the way Stacy Spikes wants to reintroduce MoviePass. He wants you to agree that you'll pay X amount of money per month, but you got to watch so many ads per month of these different movies. And you would use your phone, but you would have to give them their app permission to follow your retina to make sure that you're watching. And I'm
No,
sorry, that sounds like some apocalyptic. It sounds like some Black Mirror shit. And
no, I'm not there for that. Mm-mm.
I've been rewatching Black Mirror because I also was listening to a podcast about the metaverse, and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. But it made me think of Black Mirror. Like they're talking about the metaverse and how we are going to be living as avatars. And if you get on social media, your avatar is going to move around for you, and it can go to work. It's going to have to use the bathroom. It's going to have to do all the things that you have to do. But instead of us just communicating with each other in text and print, you'll be communicating through these avatars that we built. That sounded real Black Mirror. And you know that this is what Facebook is turning its name to Meta, because it is trying to be the first on the frontier of the metaverse. Now, I know that every old person everywhere has said something similar when it comes to crazy technology, but this is some crazy technology. So first, and at some point, we either gonna have to join in or fall off as far as getting on board with new tech. But I said, let me rewatch Black Mirror, because those episodes now hold a whole new meaning when you start talking about introducing these things. Black Mirror is all about how tech is influencing our society, how these new technological advances are becoming more and more a part of us, and what can go wrong. So that's what Black Mirror is all about. And this is just another one of those things. It's like just like a Black Mirror episode. So you gonna make me hold my phone, and to prove that I'm watching, you need to be able to follow my retina. That's crazy. And I don't think for no amount of money could I download that app and use Movie Pass if that's the way they decide to do it. What do you think?
I'll pay the regular way. I'll go see it the regular way. You're not reading my retina. No.
Yes.
Because I'm like, okay, what if you could read my retina, what could you use it for?
And if you're reading my retina for that, how do I know that you're not doing it the entire time I'm on the internet? You know how they cater ads to you right now. If you click on something and look at a dress, now all of a sudden you're seeing this dress every website you go to, because they're catering these ads to you. Imagine if they knew you weren't looking away. You know what I'm saying? That's just,
oh my God. But then it's like, well, I look at the phone and all kinds of stuff that I was thinking about or thought about come up. No.
Because yes. Isn't that crazy? Or like if you're walking down, like for instance, the way I was just ogling over Aldous Hodge, and I was just looking at him, and oh, he's so fine. Just imagine that if every time I picked up my phone, or no, let's just say if I picked up my phone, because they know, oh, she looked for a long time at Aldous Hodge, so we'll just recommend to her all these Aldous Hodge movies. They know too much about you. This shit already knows too much about us, and now you know what I'm glancing at momentarily? That's scary to me.
Yeah, because I'm like, what about people that watch things on their phone that may be inappropriate? Like, now you know what I'm watching, what I'm doing.
Yeah, what I'm doing. If every move I'm making, y'all is clocking me. And even if I say, okay, don't allow, and I click don't allow, you can't read my retina. How I know you ain't reading my retina any damn way?
Give me a burner phone.
Girl, we in the whole freaking Black Mirror episode. This is a whole freaking... Gosh, it's just so crazy.
Give me a flip phone.
Yeah, girl, yes. I think we're going to have to go back to that, or we're going to have to jump on board with this mess. And I'm telling you, it's scary. It's so scary to think.
Now, why you said, now this is a funny thing, and I don't know, you probably don't have, I'm gonna have to send it to you. My brother sent me this metaverse, church in the metaverse. Tasha, it was the funniest shit I had seen. I mean, it was a man, it was somebody laid out in the middle of the floor with a tambourine in their hand. It was a man in the middle of out, and he danced the entire time the video was on.
Yeah, because they don't get tired of the metaverse.
It was a child up in front. She was dancing. It was 2, 3, 4 ladies dancing. I mean, I was just like, and he was, and then you got the calm people sitting there. I was like, my bro, I said, just stop sending me videos. He was like, this is what church gonna be like in the metaverse.
Girl,
I was
in the
like, I ain't going to
metaverse.
church in the metaverse.
Girl, I'm not either. But you know I ain't going to church. I ain't going to
Oh
church
my,
in this universe. So you know doggone well I'm not gonna make a special trip in the metaverse.
oh my God. Now you gonna have people charging people for church in the metaverse. So the collector plate going
Collection
around in the
plate going to
metaverse.
cash app me this money. um
Woo, this is too much.
as we know, I'm moving on. I'm moving on from
Yes,
metaverse because, but it is something to think about. Keep that in your mind when
too
you
much
sign up for
to
that
think
fucking
about.
metaverse or for Movie Pass. Think about that. Um,
Mm-mm.
we know that these Oscar nominations were announced last week, and while Dune was a big movie, beautiful movie. Uh, But the problem with that was it came out on HBO Max and at the theaters at the same time. So a lot of people opted to stay at home and watch it on HBO Max, and it kind of hurt the box office. However, it still made like $399 million, and they're supposed to be bringing it back to the movies again. So just
Oh,
to help push
do
that
over.
total up. Yeah, they're going to push the total up. The movie has been nominated for 10 Academy Awards, which is not the most. Gosh, that's incredible. The most is Power of the Dog. Wow. And I've
I
been telling
saw
y'all
that.
about that Power of the Dog. I'm telling you. But Dune um, got nominated for 10 awards, but nothing for the director. Now, if you remember when we talked about Dune months ago, this was a series of books
Mm-hmm.
that the dare had basically been put out there that it could not be adapted. It was like these books could never be adapted to film, and others have tried. Others have tried with not the same level of success that this Denis Villeneuve version of Dune got. So why why was he not nominated?
It,
Did you see it?
it's a lot. No, I haven't seen
Girl,
Dune.
it's such a pretty movie, just beautifully shot. And I'm like, how could he not get nominated? You nominated them for every damn thing else except for the director. So you kind of know that it's an intentional snub. And some of the actors have
Yeah.
spoken out saying that this is, hey, you guys, yay, we got nominated for 10. But how do you not, the person whose vision this is, how do you not nominate them? And I I'm inclined
Maybe
to
maybe
agree.
they're feeling like that's not his. Maybe they're feeling like it's not his vision, or it's a snub. I think it's a snub,
I think
but
it's a snub as well because this was his vision. It was not the same as any of the Dune adaptations before it. This thing
okay.
is
So
beautiful.
I'm gonna ask you, why are they snubbing him? Like, what is it he's done? Because I know you're more familiar with this
But
than
that's
me.
the thing. I don't know what this man did. I don't know if it's because the Academy could be punishing him because he when he first found out, when he first learned that his movie was going to be brought out in on HBO Max and in theaters,
Mm-hmm.
he did an op-ed piece in a magazine and he blasted Warner Brothers something awful for this is a movie that is made at a certain scale, a certain scope, a certain aspect ratio.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie that I shot in order for it to be played on the big screen. Yes, eventually you are going to make it adapted for the television screen, but this movie wasn't adapted for the television screen. People are not going to get the full impact of what he was trying to bring across with the way he shot the movie. And he was very loud and very vocal about how he was very unhappy about this. And maybe, maybe that's why. Maybe that's all it took. Um,
Wow.
so we'll see. Because what I won't, I guess what I hope is that they know, okay, the next part of this movie is coming out in 2023. We gonna give it to him for that one. But to not give it to him now is it's intentional. It's intentional. Film was nominated for Best Picture, Production Design, Sound, Visual Effects, Makeup and Hairstyling, and Costume Design. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
all that shit you like, yep, all that stuff. He was nominated for all that except for no Best Director. And of course, we talked about The Power of the Dog received 12 nominations.
I'm gonna have to talk to my mom and my dad because they were supposed to watch that. I want to see if they liked it.
It was to me, if it's a slow burn, but goddamn the twist in this movie and the type of character that Benedict Cumberbatch played. I watched earlier this morning during my I Can't Sleep campaign earlier this morning. I rewatched Star Trek Into Darkness, and that is the one where Benedict Cumberbatch played Khan. And let me tell you, he was a bad guy. Khan is a bad guy. He was a bad guy, and I was like, I don't know why. Maybe it's the innocent, angelic looks in his little face. I don't know why it shocks me so much when he plays an evil character, but he does it so well. Because I hated Khan and I hated Phil Burbank. So yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, who wins, who loses. I'm not gonna put a lot of stock in it because again, if you can snub a director, you can snub your actors, and you just doing something for a show. I do agree that that for like your costuming, like when we saw Black Panther win for best wardrobe design and that sort of thing,
Yes.
I could definitely see how these the less what is it, the one that are not affiliated with the actors. I can see how those could be done fairly. But when it gets to the actors, it's like, okay, now it's a popularity contest. It's more of a popularity contest than the work. Because also I see nowhere, and I know it's a lot of people who are not going to agree with me about what's the name of the movie, Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho. There's a lot of people who will not agree with me that was one of the best pictures, but for it to not been nominated nowhere, you can't tell me that these things are not just popularity contests, but they're not all popularity, because then you would have had Spider-Man in there somewhere. Even though I don't agree, I believe Spider-Man was a great movie. It had a lot of heart, but I don't think it should have been Best Picture nominated. That's just me. But it also made $2 billion at the freaking box office. So, I mean, is there anything more popular than that? So I don't know. I don't know how they do this, D. I don't know what they're.
I figured they just do what they want to do.
Yeah, I guess they can. I had to say thank you to my patrons because I don't do it every episode, but sometimes I say I want to say special thanks to my patrons, and y'all know who y'all are. But if you don't know who you are, look for your name on the screen. That's who you are. Shucks. I need some more patrons though. So if you'd like to help me by donating on a monthly basis to the show, I'm gonna put that way on the bottom of the screen right now. It's patreon.com/Tasha Pierce. You can also cash app me at Quinn's Mama because your girl is Brisnoke. Oh gosh. D, you got anything you want to send shout outs, special loves and hugs and kisses out to anybody today?
Yes. So in 2 days, it's going to be me and Jimmy's fourth marriage anniversary. I'm like so shocked. This went so fast. It's been crazy, fun, and full of laughter with this crazy man. And he's going to say that I'm crazy too, but we got to be crazy together.
Right.
So we're going to go to dinner. And yeah, I did this thing of Valentine's Day getting married, and I can honestly say I wish I had not, because I have set a precedence, because I said there will be no gift combining, a Valentine's Day gift, an anniversary gift, and I have to do the same. Oh, good Lord, I'm running out of stuff, and we're gonna be together forever. I'm like, I don't know.
Y'all can change the rules. You got to wait till year 10 to change the rules a little bit.
He gonna be like, oh hell no. This what you wanted. This what you got.
Gosh.
And I'm gonna eat them words. I know it. But I got them squared away.
Good.
But yeah, so we're gonna go out to dinner and hang out and have some fun.
I wish we could go out anniversary.
Yeah.
Early anniversary and Valentine's. Shucks.
Look, and he's like, birthday all in the same month.
I forgot you just had a birthday too.
He's like, man, he's like, girl, he's like, yeah, my pockets is thin. I said, no, they not. No, they not. Got a plan for these things.
I be forgetting. These are my Valentines. So if you're on the list, Clarence, Larry is Reinhardt. Y'all know that, right? So Cass, the Libra spirits, who I haven't seen around, Eileen and Emily, y'all are my happy Valentines, and you've been my Merry Christmases and my happy birthdays too. So thank you very much for your support.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to look.
Go ahead.
So I know you'd have heard about this massive trading situation.
Yeah, I heard about the trades that happened, and then of course the trades that didn't happen, and I'm like, freaking LA didn't make any moves, none.
The calorie sap. Dang it, cap is they just
it's all wrapped up in LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. I'm thinking $120 million is just them, and $5 million to Luol Deng, who ain't did shit. So I mean, really,
he's still on the team?
I don't think so, but they still paying him. He is still receiving a $5 million salary.
Wow, I'm gonna have to Google that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is crazy. Now I hope Ben Simmons get his ass over there and do something, because I'm so this what I'm tired of, and maybe because I had thought about it. If when you're not happy about something, this is what you do. But this when you got this type of money, because the little folks can't do that.
But I mean, dang, wasn't he paying fines every week, and he spend money like it's water? I'm going to assume that he getting real close to the end, but he'll be playing hopefully he get his act together and he plays like he is capable of, like what they brought him into the league to play, because there's a lot of people in the G League who wish they were in your position, and right now you're not showing that you're kind of on the elite level athlete.
Well, the thing about it, he's upset because they told him he needed to develop a jumper. Like your whole game couldn't be an inside game. Like that's part of life. You need to up your skills.
Right. Because you're not going to get that. Everything you get is not going to be in the paint. You have to be able to stretch the floor.
You got to be able to adjust.
Yes.
Everybody has done it. I hate to go back to my boy, but Michael did it.
Yeah, but I mean, we could even go to people, the bigger guys.
Yes.
They've done it to Dirk Nowitzki. Will kill your ass.
Yeah.
From anywhere on the floor. So if you're trying to be a complete basketball player,
All
and
around, yes.
yeah, then you have to put some other things in your arsenal.
You got
Everybody
to.
has to.
Everybody has to do it. And you just gonna get mad and you just gonna, I ain't gonna play.
Just
And then we got the man with no lips, because I can't see his lips through all that damn mustache and beard.
you talk
Harden.
about Harden. Yeah, so
First it was a hand injury that you didn't want to tell nobody about. Your hand been sore for a couple of days or whatever, and you didn't tell nobody. And then you go out and you don't play for a couple of games. Then next thing you know, it's your hamstring. It's soreness in your hamstring. But this the same behavior that he was displaying when he wanted to leave the Houston Rockets.
yep.
Just say, I want to be traded. Like, why do we gotta have all this shenanigans? Y'all making too much damn money to be having all these shenanigans.
This is the issue, though. When you start letting them demand trades, like, and I don't know. There's part of me that says that they should be able to negotiate their way out of any situation if the situation was toxic to them.
I
But
feel you on that.
if you're the fucking toxic person, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be able to just demand to get traded all around. They started giving the players, unfortunately, way too much say in that kind of thing. Yes, you can say where you want to go when you're a free agent. That's the way shit been structured forever. It's not for you to decide, I don't want to be here no more and I'm going to stop playing.
Well, and I hate to bring this up, but I'm wondering if that part of that they're taking their power back in because it's trading and it's more like, the slavery. Because I'm thinking that's how a lot of people feel.
So, okay.
And so they're saying like, oh, I have a say in where I go. It may still be a trade, but it's not like you're selling me to this other team.
But to me, it is. It's just a matter of, the difference is I could keep this hurt, defiant slave. You can't kill him. So you can't do that, So what do? We get 3 or 4 other people who want to play and send this one person. So you still, there's still like money exchanging hands in a way. And of course, I don't want to look at it like that, but that is something that could possibly be going through their minds. And I do applaud the younger generations for having a little bit more critical thought about what the way this world is being handed down to them. Because remember, when the shit got handed down to us, it was like, you go to work every day, you take care of your kids, okay, we got that lesson, but never did we get the lesson that, and
you can do something outside the box.
Yep, that there's something else could be done. And these kids have gotten the message. So a lot of times I'm like, yay for these kids. But then sometimes I turn into an old person, pull my pants all the way up to my neck and be like, these rotten kids. So yeah, James Harden to me is just a rotten kid. I was glad to see him leave Houston.
Oh my God. Now I'm gonna see, like, you scored. I mean, and then the other part about it, he's only been there 2 years. And those are the 2 years that we went through the pandemic.
These short seasons.
So why not give it time? Like, I know, like, the younger folks is like, you know what? I'll give my money and move to the next. But like, give it some time to develop. And that's another thing. Now, I ain't gonna, Russell Westbrook, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he having an off time. I'm not gonna say, or maybe off season, because he's throwing up air balls. He's accounting for like 14 or at least 14 or more of their turnovers.
See, I was looking though that last game where they were playing Portland, and Portland didn't have
nobody,
literally none of their stars, and The Lakers had no Westbrook, but they had Anthony Davis and they had LeBron James. How do you lose that game? Who do we blame that on?
Yeah, because ain't nobody saying nothing.
Yeah.
And
So
now y'all big people was in there.
Yeah. Everybody but Westbrook. Westbrook wasn't there. So you can't say it was his fault. So now whose fault was that? So I'm thinking that, like I said, when I heard about this trade, that is not going to work. All of them on the same team together. They Russell Westbrook,
alpha male.
I was just gonna say Russell Westbrook is the same type, or he scores in the same type of way that LeBron scores. LeBron don't wait for somebody to pass. LeBron wants to be the point center. You know what I'm saying? The point forward, and he wants to be the center when Anthony Davis ain't there. So LeBron is, and I'm not trying to by no way diminish what he does on the court. He is a great player, but he takes on too much. And you're taking Russell Westbrook out of the way that he's used to playing, because that's the way you're used to playing. And it wasn't going to work. It was just a mess. Just a mess from the start.
I think they need, at some point, like, people just need to, if the common goal is to win, because that's the common goal. You want to win a championship.
You would hope.
Yeah. You're going to have to find a way to work together. And if whatever that means, you need to do it. Because you know who did this beautifully? Dwayne Wade.
Mm-hmm.
He did this. He knew that was his team, but he knew that he needed some help.
Yes.
And he took, not only did he do that, he took a pay cut.
Yeah. Because like you say, at a point in your career, it stops being about the money. Now it's about your pride. I want to win, and okay, they start winning.
Yeah.
But like you said, Dwayne Wade had to make changes to his game. But then I don't think there are any more men like Dwayne Wade in the league right now, as far as being the marquee player, being willing to do that kind of step back and share this team with somebody. I don't think there's anybody who's built like that anymore.
Yeah, because I'm like, not nobody on the Lakers team is the out of the big three gonna take a pay cut to get some other people in there to help.
Mm-hmm. It's well, who knows what Westbrook would do. I don't see it no way or the other. I don't see it.
Because they have gotten mollywopped.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this the same?
That's why I don't even watch this shit no more.
I just was like, wow.
Especially since you're starting to see the gaps in some of these players' abilities now that they changed those rules about taking, those charges, those fake ass, floppy ass charges that they be getting. And Steph Curry used to do it too, but Steph Curry, that wasn't his whole game. Obviously, we're still seeing him go off. But was that Russell Westbrook's whole game? Was that James Harden's whole game? LeBron. We're not seeing them going off the way they used to, because they used to do that lean in and get that offensive foul. Now they say that lean in shit.
The person in the air and you're going to jump into them. That is an offensive foul to me.
Yeah. And that's
girl, we be in here hollering at this TV.
So they're saying that, of course, that's not supposed to be allowed anymore. And once they said that ain't allowed and they pulled the plug on that little rule, you see a change in James Harden. You see a change in Russell Westbrook.
I'm gonna need them to give them the arm, because they doing the forearm thing. Like, you pushing.
They always looking
dropping
for
your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I'm all in camera drop.
Yeah, but they are always looking for a way to get the edge. And I get it, because if you could get away with it, go ahead, elbow somebody if you can get away with it. But that can't be your complete offense. You know what I'm saying? It just can't be.
Yeah, you want to draw the foul. Yeah, okay, I get it, but you got to get in there and do the work. And nobody
Yeah.
wants to be D'd up.
Well, that ain't in style no more. Shit.
Nobody wants to be D'd up. But he
Yeah.
all up on me. As long as he not touching you, that's
Right.
allowed.
Right. That's actually how it's supposed to be. That's part of the rules.
It's like, are
We
these the
were
old
I'm
rules?
saying we were females, and we was I would try to smother somebody if I was playing D on them. So I
Yes.
can't imagine why they think that they're exempt from that. You're getting paid to do this, and that's the difference between the way the game has evolved. The floor has been stretched out. People don't go to the hole as much anymore, and a part of it says, okay, people don't go to the hole as much. They don't get injured as much, but it also sets you up for this type of little BS that they're doing, the little sneaky shit. And that's what I don't like. Take your ass to the hole the way the way everybody before you had to do. Go to the hole, draw a foul.
Yes. And shoot your free throws and be done with it.
And yeah, and hit them. Please
But
hit the free throws.
these young teams, these young legs,
Mm-hmm.
baby, that little boy, that young man, I ain't gonna say little boy, Ja Morant,
Mm-hmm.
I love him. But it just seemed like they trying to hurt him.
But that's what I'm saying.
That boy can jump out
They
the
try to
gym.
force you. I mean, okay, back in the day, they did that shit too. You know what I mean? You go to the hole, I'm gonna make you pay for coming in the paint, which is what made everybody get a little creative about the way they take their shots. But now it's like the expectation is not for you to go to the hole. On fast breaks, how often do you see a person stop at the fucking 3-point line on a fast break and pull that three
And miss.
and miss? Nobody under there to get the rebound.
I can't remember who it was who was watching the highlights, and 4 times they had chances to get it, and they were shooting the damn free throw till the one in the middle. He finally got the ball and just and in the paint and put it in. I'm like, come on, you inside, you kicking it outside for somebody to shoot a three, and they can't nobody shoot a three. You got 4 chances. You got 4 rebounds, 4 chances at this thing.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know,
like,
girl.
Lord
This is
have
just
mercy.
it's a special group of kids that we some of them are special in that they are truly trying to not only win but be entertaining while they're doing so, and then some of them are just there to collect a check. And I think we can see who was who.
Yeah, because they been giving out good checks.
Yeah, I wish I could be in the G League and take that salary, 1 game salary. What is it called? The minimum salary, league
Was it
minimum.
the 10-day contract
Yeah,
they giving out?
give me that contract and pay
I'm
me the
like,
league minimum, and don't ever play me. Let's set me on the bench.
speaking of the
Shit.
G League, this young man, I don't know if you heard about him, but his name is Frederick Van Vliet.
I've heard the name, but I don't know this. I don't know because I haven't watched ball in a hot minute.
Yes, he's a guard for the Rafters.
Okay.
It was beautiful because me and Jimmy are in this marriage club on Facebook, and this happened to come up where he and his girlfriend had been together for 12 years. Like, she been, supporting him all while he was doing, in the G League and everything. And now he's, signed an $85 million contract to be with the Rafters.
Wow.
And then he asked her to marry him.
Oh, then that's what's up.
I said, go on, boy.
Oh shit, they got children together and everything, huh?
Yeah.
Well, damn it, you should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good when it works out. When you wait to what the hell? You see these things in this comments, girl.
Yeah, I seen them.
Lord have mercy.
And I know we talking about basketball again, but Me and Jimmy was watching YouTube because we just sit here and watch these hilarious things on YouTube. But then, we come across something serious. And I had not seen this documentary on YouTube. It was from 2013 called The Doctor. And it was talking about Dr. J.
Okay.
It was very good. Very, very good. Come up talking about like how he got the name of Dr. J and where he came from. I didn't know he played in I think it's ABA league first before he went to, NBA, and it explained why he went over to the NBA, and then like the tragedy that this man has endured through all the time. Like his brother passed, his sister passed, his father was killed when he was like 3, and his mother passed away. And then he had a son named Marvin. No, that was the brother. Corey, that he was 19 years old and went missing. He went out to get some bread, and they found his car submerged in a lake or something.
Geez.
And they were thinking that, he just took a wrong turn. I was just like, the things. And then after that, him and his wife, they divorced. I'm like, oh my God. But it talked about, him, what he went through, where he came from, all that he's endured. And might I add that he is a very nice looking young, older gentleman.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness.
For sure. Yeah.
And I did not know he played for, what they call it, is it Virginia Squires? Didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know nothing about like if that was an ABA team.
Yeah. And then he played for the Nets, which they weren't called the Brooklyn Nets, they were the
New Jersey.
No,
before New Jersey.
It was like Staten Island. Because he's from Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
My spelling.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow.
That's
it's
interesting.
A good watch.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It is a really good watch.
That sounds like it.
We really, really, really enjoyed it. So who are you going for with the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Cincinnati. Cincinnati.
Because they've never won, right?
Yeah, they have, right? But it's been a long time.
It's been a very long time.
I'm trying to remember now. I'm trying to remember when is the last time it was. Let me see where the Super Bowl champs are on my. Yeah, I can't remember list of Super Bowl champions. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah.
So they haven't made an appearance in 33 years.
Yeah, it's been a long ass time. Shit. Damn near a whole lot. I was 15.
They've never won a Super Bowl.
Wow. So they are in. I'm going for them anyway. It wasn't even for that reason. If you knew why I was going for them, you'd be like Natasha. Because everybody knows that we love sports around here. So I do know a little something about sports now. It ain't just because I love the uniform, but I did. There was there was a period, especially when Ocho Cinco was playing for.
Mm-hmm.
I loved their freaking uniforms. I thought they looked intimidating. I thought that was, and I would wear the only jersey that I wore besides a Bears jersey was the Chad Ochocinco jersey. That Cincinnati Bengals. That's the only thing I cared about. Now I don't know who Pontus Tipkansky or I don't know if they're still here with us, but I don't know who looking thinner, me or you or both of us. Hopefully you, because you're the one that's been working out. So
Oh,
shucks,
don't even talk
you the
about
one
it. I
that's
think I'm
working out.
probably swollen, probably.
Shucks.
Girl,
Look, all I'm doing,
I have been. I'm working on it. I am
oops.
working on it.
Yeah, I ain't
So
been
I
doing nothing
look.
but be in the kitchen. You've been doing some work. So shit. Hope you the one that looked like you lost weight.
No, it's just 5 pounds. That's it. That ain't nothing. That's just a little water.
I know now. They say that the camera put some weight on you, so you're looking smaller than me.
Okay.
This
What?
weight, the shit that changed ain't nothing changed over here.
Thanks. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they was talking about, but
Oh my
yes.
God. So, how do you feel about the Super Bowl halftime show? I know
Um,
you're excited.
I want to watch it, but then like the way that the NBA, I mean the NFL tried to do those cheerleaders and shit, the dancers, they was talking about not paying them. How do you how do you have these girls out there dancing and they ain't getting paid? So I'm like, yeah, they doing a little too much, and it's all for this
You know
money.
what? Look here. Now, I I mean, is it that much prestige in being a cowboy? Wait, a cheerleader? That
That's what
you out here doing this for free?
right.
You
That's what I'm
paying
saying.
these? Because I was tripping when I heard Mary J. Blige say that the NFL does not pay the artists for
Performers, yeah.
performing, but you
But
making millions of dollars.
and the thing about her and maybe Snoop and their situation is they got albums that just recently dropped or will be recently dropping. So it is good publicity.
Yeah, she said it was a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I think people should get paid for their service.
Yes.
Yeah. This is going to be one of the most watched things of the year. The most viewed programs of the year. And you mean to tell me
No.
that you can't break off anything? And just think about how much the ads alone.
Yes. The people in
Gosh.
attendance,
Yes.
the views you're going to get, the hype
Exactly.
that you're going to get up to it. Like,
So
but
yeah,
this
there's
the thing. I was watching no, I wasn't watching it because I got XM radio. So Suede in the morning show. Neo was on and they were talking about it, and Neo was like, hey, it's a great thing, but I don't know about not getting paid.
mm-hmm.
He was like, I'm performing for free. Like, he was like, I'm paying my people to put on a great show, dancing and this and that and rehearsing, and I'm not getting paid. Now, I did read that they like, help with the accommodations and stuff like
Right.
that. But
Right.
I'm talking about like for Mary, boots, hair, makeup,
Yeah.
outfit, who's paying, and then she got to pay her people out of that.
Right. Out of nothing.
And so, and then
Yeah.
this is my thing. Them not being paid for the halftime show. It was that including like the commercials, because they did commercials where they all was walking up to the stadium, and then like Mary was doing like some type of like photo shoot type thing in a commercial.
I'm willing to bet that they have that all tied into the contract.
Accommodation thing.
Yep, I bet you they do.
I don't
Not saying,
know.
not saying that they got it tied in so that they are paying them for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just part of okay, if you want to be the Super Bowl halftime show entertainment, then you have to, this is part of doing that. And they're gonna add that commercials and all of that stuff into it. I can't say that for sure, but I bet you it would be something like that where they're not coming out of too much of anything and you're just doing it for the honor of being the halftime show entertainment.
And
I'm
then
gonna watch it.
And then Rock Nation is helping getting all this talent. And then they even getting paid.
And that's some, yep. I don't know about that, man. I wouldn't be keen. I would have to, but I can understand in the situation with Snoop and Mary, they both got CDs coming out, albums, whatever we call them nowadays, they both got those coming out. So I can understand why you would want to have this visibility so people will run out and buy your shit. But if that ain't the case, if I don't have a CD or album to promote or anything like that, then I'm not about to fool around. I don't think I'd fool around with it. As far as if I were talented and a celebrity and they said, Tasha, you and D come and do the halftime show, I'll be like, no, you have to pay me. Well, maybe I'll go for the game. I would go for the game.
They're not gonna even see the game. They're
Well,
not gonna even see the game because they gotta get ready.
They won't. Me and you would. How much shit? How much getting ready did me and you have to do? Take about an hour. I'm not coming in.
My God.
I'm coming in a jersey and some gym shoes. Oh gosh, and they gonna hate that they asked us to do it because I'm gonna tell the truth about everything.
I'm gonna have to have some type of good attire going on. Like these are fashions by Tyra.
Oh right. Oh girl, yeah.
So another thing, it's not. I guess it's kind of it ties in with sports definitely. I'm excited to see how many women commentators are out here. They killing it.
And they're doing far more than just standing on the sideline and looking pretty.
And looking cute.
Yeah, they are very knowledgeable about the games that they are announcing now. Yes. I'm all the way here for it.
I am too.
Yeah, that was a dream of mine at one point in my life. That's what why am I hearing myself? But at one point in my life, that was something that I wanted to do. I am glad
that.
Yeah. And I am so glad that these young ladies are just seizing this shit by the horns and doing it because yeah, they're knowledgeable. They know their stuff. And they're out there doing a job, not just being a pretty face.
Yes. Or they could tell they just stuck you over there for ratings.
Yeah.
Like they are doing the dang thing. I'm so happy. And I was like, man, it's a lot of women commentating. And it was one day, I don't know if it happened already, but it was supposed to be like all women were doing all of the commentating. I don't know. I can't remember what day it was, but like it's one young lady, her name is Malika Andrews, and her sister Kendra. They like doing this thing.
I remember Malika, but yes. I don't know Kendra.
She has a sister named Kendra, and they both are doing the same thing.
That's like awesome. Yeah, I think it is just it's heartwarming. It feels like
it's about time.
Yeah. It's because so many people will be so shocked or surprised about, okay, we know about basketball. We played basketball. I mean, low key, we played football, but we didn't play for a team.
No.
We just
played and got dirty.
Yeah, we just got dirty. So, there are people who would still be shocked that we know so much about these sports. I could talk to you about any sport and people will be surprised. I like the fact now that you kind of take the surprise out of it. These women know what they're talking about. They have studied the sport. Many of them have played sports throughout their lives, but the sports that they are announcing, they're informative. They've given you the information that you need.
The stats, the data.
Yeah.
And I'm liking that we are having more athletes, former athletes that are coming into commentary as well. Yeah. Like I'm liking that. And I'm liking that the damn NBA, like I didn't, you realize it, but you didn't realize until the whole NFL thing happened Like
Mhm.
they got it right. They letting people interview for these positions, and if they earned it, they did good in the interview. They got the skill set behind them to be a coach or assistant coach. They, whatever color they are, they're getting these
Mhm.
jobs. And in the NFL gonna have to get on top, gonna get on
Yeah,
board with
especially
it.
since you got a you
It's
got a
over
league where
70%.
80%. Yeah, I'm saying 80%. You're saying 70. It's probably somewhere in between there,
Yeah.
right? So you got that many black players, and you don't have black.
Now you got two.
So you got Lovey Smith, and we still got
The one
Tomlinson,
from
right? Mike Tomlinson.
Steelers.
Yeah,
And
Mike
then we had
Tomlinson.
so out of the 9 people that they just selected for the open coach NFL coaches, it was Lovey Smith, and then it was another minority person of minority.
But then he don't even count, does he? Because he is that the one from Miami?
I don't know where he's from.
Because the one in Miami, and I think his last name is Daniels or McDaniels.
I think I
He doesn't like when he presents. When you look at him, he looked like he could be Hispanic or maybe even white. And when he was asked the question, like what color or what was his race, and he fumbled around with the answer for a little while. He said, "I like to consider myself a human." But then he was like, "But my father is black." So that was his answer, So to me, even though he is technically black, I don't think he understands in the same way another black coach would how the struggles of some of these black that present black athletes. And I'm gonna try to find this dude's picture because
I seen him. I was trying to oh God, it didn't show it. I was hoping that they showed me a list of the 9 that got hired, like I asked them to. Yeah, but I need their names.
the damn picture is so small that I
Ooh, excuse me.
you okay?
Yeah. It's a shame that in 2022 we have to. This is my thing, and and a lot of us hate to make it to be a race thing.
Right.
But when it's in your face like this,
Yeah,
you
it's
mean to
obvious.
tell me, especially when these text messages from Bill Belichick were sent to the wrong damn person with the same name. Oh,
This is
that's all.
and I'm not trying to, again, I'm not shitting on this man, but he doesn't share that experience. He's not. This right here was a hire, hopefully, because he really can do the job and not a diversity hire. Because who sees him as black? I don't think I don't. I know I don't.
Me either. I wouldn't even have known that.
Yeah,
Yes.
without digging into it. Yeah.
So Bill Belichick sent Brian Flores the text messages that was sent to what was it? His name was Brian. I can't remember his last name. Saying congratulations on the job for new head coach of who was it? The Giants? Was it the Giants?
I don't even know. Let's see.
I'm just like, how and the man is up for an interview and had not had his interview yet.
Oh, so he already knew who was getting hired and they hadn't even interviewed this one yet. So they already knew that they wasn't gonna pick. But again, man, that's like talking about what they were saying about these teams trying to pay these coaches to lose. So
Yes.
I'm like, when a coach does that, and if it is not common knowledge that you're throwing these games, when you go to fill out an application to go somewhere else, guess what? That ugly record follows you there, and you are the coach that had this 0-16 or 0 and whatever record. And who wants to hire that? So that's basically why I feel like they hired those black coaches in the first place, because they knew that they wanted to throw these seasons, and we can't do it with a good white coach. Hire a black guy, throw the season, and now he looks like he can't do the job. We don't have to worry about him no more. We didn't got to worry about hiring him no more. He's already proven he can't do the job.
I'm just like, but then they were talking about the difference in second chances, that so many other coaches that had a failing season with several teams, they still get a second chance. So this is my thing. Like, I mean, if you and unfortunately, I know in the real world, this happens as well. They just put this requisition up because they
already
have
know.
to.
Mm-hmm.
And they already know who they're going to give it to.
Right.
Now, if there's another opening, then okay, then we'll give it to whoever, whatever. But that was clearly like, what are you going to do? And I commend this man, because he is the Mr. Brian Flores. He is taking on a lot of heat to stand up for something that he feels that is right.
And I
Was
truly
wrong.
hope that he has what is going to be needed to back his fucking story up. You already got Hugh Jackson kind of co-signing on that, but I really hope he got everything. He hopes he has his ducks in a row, because, like you say, they're not going to hand him.
Yep, they're going to go to destroy him.
Yep, and that is going to be effed up.
It's crazy. It's just crazy how these things are going, and it's just like, whatever happened to getting a job on your merits?
I don't know. Has it been like that? How long? It's been like this for a while, ain't it? It's who you know, or
it's who you know.
Yeah.
And then you get in there and you don't know shit. The person that know you don't know, they had to know you didn't know shit.
And the crazy thing is, they'll have you train this person.
Talk about it. Speak on it.
So now you already knew, you hired this person, you put this person in this position, and then you go tell me to train them. No, this motherfucker should be training me. How you go come in and be my boss and I gotta train you?
It's crazy.
Ain't it just as backwards as two left shoes, man?
Not two left shoes.
Two of them.
I just like, oh my God. And then, so this is something I wanted to bring up. And this is around the whole atmosphere of what's going to be in LA this weekend. So did you hear about Kodak Black? He a rapper. He's a rapper.
I know what it is now. But I ain't heard nothing. What happened to him?
It came across my phone while we was talking. So he was out at a nightclub and he got shot last night, or in the wee hours of the morning of Saturday morning.
Is he?
He's okay. They're expecting him to recover. But I'm just hoping that, like, people be careful during this weekend. It's gonna be crazy. Everybody gonna be out there. I'm already COVID everywhere anyway.
And that's something we didn't touch on. We didn't even talk about that, did we? How they're not even requiring, like in Las Vegas, they're ending their mask requirements. The Oscars are saying, oh, no masks, and we ain't checking for no vaccinations either. So I mean, it's almost like we putting everybody in a powder keg. because it's supposed to be extremely warm. Of course, it's California, but it's supposed to be unseasonably warm
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. Then you've got, the big mix of people who are showing up,
Yeah.
and you on top of that, you got this pandemic that's still
Yes.
kind of lingering around.
Yeah.
I am really interested in seeing in say 2 weeks what the state of the nation is going to be.
Yep. And then it's gonna be another big weekend right after that. It's gonna be All-Star weekend.
Right. But they usually, you know what? No, back in the day, it used to be like 2 weeks between those two events, because we used to get the Super Bowl in January, towards the end of
Right.
January.
Right.
And now here we are, it's all blending in together. So you're right. We're going to be looking at a month of potential super spreader type deals. And on the other side of it, we could have, God, injuries, deaths. These people are already acting like
They ain't never been out before. They
caged
gonna be out. They gonna be
animals.
out, turned up.
Yep.
And I'm just hoping. I don't know what all happens, but yeah.
Because I saw also, and I don't know these people, so if I say their names wrong, forgive me if you're watching this on a rebroadcast. Danny Lee and the baby, and I don't know these
That
people.
one I sent you
Did you send it
about
to
the
me?
bowling alley?
Yeah. Yes.
I sent you that text.
These folks
know
have got
what?
out in the whole freaking fight in damn bowling alley.
They
Now,
in
look.
the lanes, Tasha. Do you know how slippery them lanes?
Yes. And I'm thinking to myself now, couldn't y'all have just, if it was me, wouldn't I have just waited till they came out the door? I would have been through bowling. I'd have went in and been standing outside the door, just waiting. But y'all want to fight on the goddamn lanes.
On lanes. Where you have no grip.
Right?
No
all over
grip.
the place. Wish somebody would have went down there and be like, strike. But yeah, it's getting to where is anything sacred? Like you can't do shit.
And you can't even bowl. That is the most. I thought that was like well, you know what? I take that back, because with me and Jimmy was at home, we were still living at home. We went to the bowling alley. I think it was in Hammond. And girl, I don't know what happened, but a full-fledged on brawl ensued. And me and Jimmy was just like, we just got up and moved to the far away, because they was right by the door. We couldn't do nothing. I'm like,
gotta go, right?
Dude got hit with a bar stool. I was like,
no.
Oh my God. I'm gonna ask him, I know he remember that when he get home. I'm like, you can't go nowhere. All I want is peace, and have some fun.
Well, I can tell you this: ain't no way in the blue blazes that I'd be going to no damn. Well, I don't go out. I don't go out the house any damn way. But I damn sure wouldn't be in no Super Bowl. I wouldn't be in no All-Star game. I probably wouldn't be in no bowling alley right now. And this is just me, because these people crazy. They are nuts, bat shit nuts. Because
it's just crazy how it's like. And it's like, did you hear about the 24-year-old young man in Mississippi? I can't remember his name, doggone it. But working for FedEx.
Yeah.
So this young man is another Ahmaud Arbery type situation. And FedEx did not do anything to try to protect this young man. Just bring our truck back.
Now look.
Now, he called 3 different times and 3 different managers. And then he called, and they didn't do it. They didn't say call the police or we'll have the police here waiting on you. None of that. Are you okay? None of this. Then he called the dispatcher, And then the dispatcher said, "Oh, well, we just got a suspicious someone called about a suspicious person delivering packages." He got on a FedEx uniform
That's
and a
what I'm gonna
FedEx
say.
truck.
Is this somebody like, are y'all trolling us at this point with this shit? Because if I'm wearing the uniform and I'm driving the truck, why is it such a leap for you to deduce that I'm an employee of this place? Why do you think that I would be anything but an employee? That's
And
just
chased him down.
I just be thinking that y'all got to be playing with us at this point.
And then tried to put him on the same route the next day.
Yeah, and I'm like,
And he refused. And now he's on unpaid leave.
Let me say, I'll go home. Yeah, I'll go home, and then I'll get my attorney,
And
and
he
we'll
has an
get this.
attorney.
Yeah, we'll get this all straightened out that way, because you're not about to put my life in danger twice. People following me, chasing me around. You got to be over your goddamn packages.
I said, you know what? It's just every day something is going on. I'm look, when I say my prayers at night, I'm telling you, I'm praying for the whole entire world, because it's just too much to keep up with. It's too much.
It is.
Too much.
Every time you look up, it's something.
Who was that asshole? I said the whole world just need to take a nap. Everybody just go to sleep. Go to take a nap at the same time.
I second that emotion.
Oh, these are the parents calling me. I'm gonna have to call y'all back. I'm gonna have to call them back.
Okay, because I was sure about to say, well, we can wrap it up. Shit, because
you say, because this is 2 hours and 36 minutes too long.
I mean, I can talk, but you know how I would have to take a break right now and have a cigarette.
Oh God.
And that's really what y'all believe me when I said I was gonna quit. We was having a long, extensive conversation about this about a week and a half ago, and I was like, well, I ain't got none, so I probably won't buy none. I got right off of that stream, directly off, did not pass go, went straight to talk to them kids. Can you give me some cigarettes? And they got me some shit that I don't particularly smoke. I'm about to show you this shit.
You know that's bad when you smoking the stuff that you ain't supposed to smoke, that you don't normally smoke.
Because these was $3. So Salem Silver Box. That's the name of them. So these were $3.
Which ones do you usually smoke?
Because I had to send them to go get, and then they minus some little generics. They just generics, but
some Newports or something.
Oh no, they generic. Like I said, these are traffic. This is what I typically smoke. Now look at the size difference.
You got some shorts.
So them kids was like, shit, you gonna get what you get. That ain't how addiction works, sweetheart.
Oh my God.
Addiction don't work like that.
Girl, I remember my daddy used to send us to the store. He would get his Cool Filter Kings.
My daddy too, Cool Filter Kings. But my daddy stopped smoking so long ago. And he is so shocked and surprised that I'm the one who to pick the damn cigarettes up.
Girl, we tried that when we was younger. And I'm gonna tell you, as soon as it hit your tongue and my whole tongue and my esophagus, and it was on fire, and you could just feel it, the burn all the way to your stomach.
You swallowed that shit.
And I was like, no, I didn't swallow it.
How the hell? Who did that for me? It was D.I. D.I. was the one who had the box of cigarettes. Now, I smoked one and I was like, ugh, I'll never do this again. And what? I started smoking again when I was 30-something years old. 30-something years old.
Y'all can have that one, because that thing set my soul on fire.
Oh, girl,
I was like, if people enjoy this?
You can't do it. Whatever you did, it wasn't right. But yeah, I'm gonna
I know I should have got a tutorial on how to smoke a cigarette.
I'm gonna go smoke me a couple cigarettes. A couple. I am gonna eat a gummy, and I'm gonna eat everything in the kitchen. Yeah, so
and then you're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, because I'm exhausted too. But reminder, if you are usually here for Stream Something Sunday, we ain't streaming Something Sunday. We streaming it Monday this week due to the Super Bowl. I don't want to have to try to go head to head with the Super Bowl, knowing good and damn well I'm gonna lose. So, so we'll do it Monday, even though that's Valentine's Day, and I didn't even think about that. Ain't Monday Valentine's Day? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. So if you ain't got no Valentine and you want to sit and talk about the Book of Boba Fett's finale, Star Trek Discovery coming back is off of its mid-season hiatus, and maybe possibly Bel Air, depending on how Bel Air goes tomorrow night.
Wait a minute, I thought it came out on the 24th. Did I miss that too?
I thought it come out tomorrow, right after the Super Bowl.
Oh Lord. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Let's look it up though, because I don't want to. Yeah.
So on Peacock.
Yeah, streaming February 13th.
13th. Oh.
So that is if it, depending on how it goes, we maybe watch the first episode and we can see how we feel about it. But yeah, so we'll do that Monday, 5 p.m. Central. I appreciate you for hanging out with me today, D. It was fun.
Yes, it was.
And
Trying to
next
get back
time,
on track. I put on my glitters.
I see you sparkling, looking like a little disco ball over there. Donna Summer. That's it, Donna Summer. Girl, the next time, I'll have my food. I'll be well fed, and I'll take a break at the 2-hour mark, so that we could go longer now. It's just that I'm like, right now, how I'm tweaking. So yeah, so I appreciate you for being here. It's always fun.
You need to get you some gum.
Somebody told me, Thomas in the chat was like, get some Zen pouches. So I will have to look for those. He said it is nicotine, it's not tobacco. He was like, you could just hold that in your mouth and it'll, So I'm going to see if that works for me, because since he suggested it. But yeah, I'm going to see. I don't do gum too good. Make a lot of noise. But yeah, anyway, I keep stopping and starting. Next time, like we say, we will take a break instead of ending so abruptly. But it's been fun, girl.
Yes, it has.
And yes, you guys, if you're watching right now or on the rebroadcast, I appreciate. What?
He got his job back with extra pay, but they was wrong. Who are you talking about, Lysandra?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna have to tell us who you talking about.
Yeah, before I end, because I was just about to end.
Tasha was just about to cut it.
But I'm like, I don't know.
Who got their job back? He ain't talking about the Brian Flores dude, is he?
I don't know. He got his job back with extra pay, but they was wrong. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm gonna try to give it a second, but y'all know I done already told you now I'm tweaking. I done already told you I was tweaking. Maybe we could try one day to get one of the guys to join us on here too.
Okay.
We'll see.
I'm all down for that. Lysandra, how you gonna put that on there? We don't know what's going on.
Girl, I'm about to go in and go smoke a cigarette.
All right.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you guys in the next time. Well, I don't know when I'm gonna have D with me again. Hopefully soon.
Yes.
We won't keep
maybe,
you guys.
Maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do something Wednesday.
We'll count on Wednesday.
Okay.
We see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yes, all right, bye.
What was you gonna say?
No, I ain't gonna put that on there. I was about to talk about what I did, but never mind.
Oh, okay.
I ain't told some people, so I don't want them to see it.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye.